Hey everyone. So I just got off of the webinar that I hosted, Are You Prepared for the Future of Leadership? And there were some great questions posed at the end, and one of them that started to really make me think. And that one was around our leaders, they all know that they need to engage more in matters of the heart, things like I talked about, like purpose, trust, creativity, but they all talk about it, but there's no action. And I started really thinking, oh, what is behind that? And so the analogy I came up with was something that rings true for me. I remember when I first started rock climbing years ago. Rock climbing is all about technique and the strength in your legs, right? Everybody knows this. And so when I first started rock climbing, the goal is pretty clear, right? To get to the top, reach the top of the rock wall. And at the time, I was pretty strong in my upper body. And so what I started to do was I was climbing with my arms. And it was effective for me because I was getting to the top. But what happened was when I would get to the top, my arms would be completely exhausted. And it's occurring to me that what's happening in leadership, what's happening in business today is that we're muscling. We're muscling our way through to reach our goals. And what is oftentimes much more difficult, requires much more time and effort, is developing a set of techniques that we know are going to help us be more efficient and effective, but takes so much time and effort when we know we can just muscle through in the short term, right? And so, what that translates into is learning how to engage your legs in rock climbing and leveraging technique to use your legs so your arms don't fatigue so quickly so that you can get to the top. And in the early days, that might take you a lot longer than just muscling up with your arms. But in the end, it ends up building technique. It ends up being more effective, it ends up being more efficient, and it makes you a better climber. And most climbers know this. So, what it tells me is that it's interesting. We have this muscle, this massive muscle called our brain that we've been using to muscle ourselves to the goal in business, yet we have this completely underutilized muscle called our heart that we need to learn how to use better, and learn some techniques as to how to engage our hearts so that in the long term we can continue to reach those goals without getting so tired. So that analogy just struck me as I was on the bus to work, and so I thought I'd make this little video and capture it and share it with you, and hope that it resonates. And for those of you who have joined, thanks so much for joining the webinar. I'll be sending out a recording soon, so if you're interested, please let me know. You can log on to humanswholead.com and subscribe to our newsletter, and we'll be sharing it out via the next newsletter as well. So thanks for watching. Talk to you all soon.